Last week is another busy week in the forex market. The currency that lead the market last week is the USD, which strong across the board. So, and the weakest currency last week has to come from the Japanese yen, which declined after we saw the strength coming in last couple of weeks. Then this just concluded week, we have the Japanese weakness coming back to play out in the market, where we see the likes of Canadian dollar JPY move to the upside, US dollar JPY to the upside, Swiss franc JPY to the upside, and USD JPY, which is the one that gathered a lot of momentum to the upside. So this week, what are we looking at in the market? I think we should be looking at strength to come back into the US dollar this week. So before we go, if you are just joining this channel for the first time, this is Ambafx. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Do well to subscribe, like, and share. This is where I bring you the latest insight in the world of forex market. The next each of the week, how markets will react based on my own analysis and based on my own perspective. So don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that each time I drop a new video, you will be notified. And the next thing we want to check is we should check the economic activities of next week to see maybe if we have more of data to be released next week, so that we can use it to know what we are going to be expecting in the market expectation. But right now, if you are looking at the DXY right here, and you know, I said last week that price will bounce from this area, that this area is a very strong support level. So price bounce and then got rejected at this particular area. So it is important I zoom it so that you can actually see what price did at that area. So this is what I'm actually saying. So I said price will bounce at this particular area. So price bounce here and got rejected at this area, and then this area too, I expect price to bounce and then come back to this particular area. If you ask me why, there's one thing I want to show you right here. You know, this is the low here, and then this is the high. So if we use a fib retracement tools, you can see that price is at 50% retracement level. See, as you can see, and 50% retracement level is always a very strong level for market participants to watch out for. So price might just come and then reject this area again, and then probably come back to this area, then maybe come back to this area, maybe probably price might get rejected at that area actually. But always take note of this 50% Fibonacci retracement level if we want to look at how price might actually react to this level, as you can see. But before we go further, let's check the economic activities of next week. On Monday, there's not much on Monday. We just have new home sales on Monday. On Tuesday, we have consumer confidence, which is very important. Is a very important news right here. That is out of the US dollar. So watch out for this number on Tuesday. So if this number comes out weaker than expectation, we should continue seeing the dollar weakness. But if it comes out stronger than expected, then we should see the US dollar strength coming into the market. That is on Tuesday, 4 p.m. Nigerian time. So watch it. And then later that day, we have the FOMC members speech later that day on Tuesday. That is 5 minutes after the consumer confidence news is dropped. So please, there are some things you have to take note. This FOMC member speech is also very important, because this is where they will be dialogue. Maybe they will actually go for interest rate hike or interest rate cut in the first quarter of 2024. But the initial dialogue was the interest rate cut in the first quarter of 2024. That is April to May. That is what we are anticipating now. But we might actually see the USD strength for a short time, and then probably US dollar weakness for a longer time if they actually deliberate and they conclude on cutting the interest rates in the first quarter of 2024. But right now, I'm anticipating a short-term strength in the US dollar, especially when we put Fibonacci retracement in the DSY, and we actually saw that is at 50% Fibonacci retracement level. So price may actually reject that particular area because most of these levels are psychological area. Most of these Fibonacci level are important psychological area. So on Wednesday we have the SND interest rate report. This one is very, very important. Last week SND lead the most of the currencies. It's one of the strongest currency last week. So let's see what they will drop in their interest rates report. But now they are anticipating to hold their interest rate at 5.50. So let's maybe they will be able to hold it or cut or probably raise the interest rate. But for me, I think they will hold the interest rate for now in this quarter. So anything they want to do, so probably if they want to cut the interest rate or hike the interest rate, probably it should be next year. If you observe most of the currency, most of the country that drop their interest rate this time, that is probably November, October, most of them hold their interest rates. So I think we should see something of such in the SND. So let's see how it actually go right there. So on Tuesday we have German prelim CPI, and then we have the US dollar prelim CPI too. So let's see how market reacts to that on Wednesday. So all this you have to note the time the news will be dropped, and then you have to be conscious of the trade you have to take at that particular time so that you will not be caught unaware. So on Thursday too, we have the China manufacturing PMI and manufacturing PMI. This news you have to actually watch. This news may actually affect the likes of AUD and then probably SNT, because AUD and then China, they are trade partners. So Australian and China, they are trade partners. So whatever what affects China indirectly might also affect the Australia. And then we should see more of Australia weakness, because I think from in China now there is a new outbreak of pandemic. You understand? So that the WHO tells them to continue maintaining social distancing and use face mask. So probably there is a new disease outbreak in China. So this may actually affect the Australian dollar too. So let's see how it goes right there. And then on Thursday we have the Canadian GDP, the US dollar core PCE price index, and the unemployment claim. This one is very, very important on Thursday. That is next week Thursday. It's very, very important. So if this comes out better than expected, then probably we should see more strength coming into the US dollar as we projected next week. I'm actually expecting strength in the US dollar next week. That is what I'm expecting. Maybe after then we might now see the US dollar weakness, but with what I'm seeing in the charts, I think we should be expecting US dollar strength next week. That is if what I'm seeing in the charts play out, or if it did not play out, then it's okay. So we'll be anticipating more weakness in that particular currency pair. So last day of next week, we have the unemployment change and unemployment rate from the Canadian dollar, and then there is no FOMC, there's no NFP next week, Friday. I think the week after we should see NFP, because I think it's December 1. So I think there is no NFP. The only thing we have on Friday, December 1, is the ISM manufacturing PMI, and then a speech from Powell. You see, this speech is indicated with red. It means it is a high impact news. Don't joke with it. And then that is it. So that's it from the economic activities of next week. So let's see how price we have. I told you guys earlier that this place is, you can see a 50% Fibonacci retracement at this particular area. So I'm anticipating price to reject this area, probably come back to retest this particular area. So this week I'm anticipating, probably next week, yeah, I'm anticipating strength in the United States dollar. So but if we now break this level, so let's eliminate the Fibonacci retracement. This is my safe zone right here, where I will close eyes on the US dollar strength. If price probably break this particular level to a downside, it means that I will close my eyes on the US dollar strength. That is when I will be supporting the US dollar weakness back to 100.975. This is my safe zone right here. This low is my safe zone right here. This is supposed to be my safe zone, but I think price might actually come here, create a long wick, and then continue to go up. So you understand how price behaves. So we might actually see price coming back to this area, then close above this area back, and then continue moving to the upside. So this is what I'm actually looking at on the US dollar. So I'm actually looking for the US dollar trend next week, because if you see this area is a significant area that we should be looking for a rejection at that area. But if price now break 102.968, then there's nothing to be looking for than US dollar strength to this area. Then I believe this level will be taken out if we have a breakover of 102.968. I believe this one will be taken out. But for now, what I can see here is price is at 50% Fibonacci retracement, and then we might have a rejection at this particular area. So let's see how price reacts to that area next week. Let's see how price reacts to this area next week. So the first pair I want to check. So let's first check the commodity, which is gold. So for gold, I'm anticipating a move to the downside. The reason why I'm anticipating a move to the downside is there are two things I'm looking at this particular area, but the solid one is to the downside, and this is the price I'm looking at, 2006. Price, looking at how price will react to this 2006. If price reject here, then I will be selling, and then back to 91931 if price actually rejected. But with the story of the new pandemic in China, price might actually break to the upside. So if price reject at this area, then we might see price coming back to retest 1931. And if price broke above this trend line, I'll be looking for a move to 2061. So watch this level very, very well. It's a very, very important level you have to watch very well. So if price close above this and 4-hour time frame, then I'll be going for a long position to 2061. But if price reject here in the 4-hour time frame, then I'll be looking to short, take my profit here, and then if breakout, then I'll be going for 1931. Another pair I want to check is the pounds US dollar. So what we actually saw on the TSY will actually repeat, or might actually repeat itself in the GBP USD. So here too, if we actually see it, we have the low right here, we have the high right here, that's a significant low, and then this significant high. So if you put the fib retracement, you'll see that this is 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level, and this is 50% Fibonacci level. So if you put the piece of the puzzle together, the DSY is at 50% Fibonacci retracement level. Pounds USD also is at 50% Fibonacci retracement level, which means we might actually be looking for a reversal here. So that's the first thing I wanted to know. And another thing is that if you check this, we have a respect of the trend line here, and then here, which also serve as the resistance of that particular trend line. So which means that we have two confirmations now. So let's check the the moving average is actually below. So let's check the 1 hour time frame. Maybe you can see one of the moving average. So the moving average is below 2 in the 1 hour time frame, is below the price. So price might actually come back to retest it. But if price close, this is 30 minutes right here. If price actually close below this moving average, then we are coming back to 1.23976. So let's eliminate the moving average. So what I'm actually looking for here in pounds USD is for price to reject to the downside at this level. But this is the level I'm looking at. This level right here. This level right here. I'm looking for price to reject back to this level. Then if that level did not break to the upside, then we can actually see price coming back to 1.24312. But if price break above this level next week, then I think we should close our eyes and then go for US dollar weakness back to the upside, which the first take profit might actually be here, actually be this high, and then probably this high. So let's say I go, but what I'm looking at for price to do here is to reject, and then for price to reject at this level. So what my strong bias on DU is to the downside if the DSY rejects that particular area to the upside. So what I'm expecting on GPUSD is for price to reject to the downside and then probably come to retest this particular 1.24549. So anything can actually happen here. We might see price now break to the upside at that area. So let's see how price reacts to this area. But I'm looking for a sell setup on pounds US dollar next week. This is 1 hour time frame right here. And if we actually check the 4 hour time frame, we can still see the same thing right here. This level is a very solid resistance level, as you can see. So anticipating price to reject at this particular level, and if price break 1.26165, then we should be looking to take our buy profit at 1.27360. That is maybe for the week, or we can go as far as 1.2883. But I don't think that can be achieved in a week. So let's see how price reacts to 1.26165. Well, this is my safe zone right here. If price break through it, I won't be looking to go for a short position. I will be looking for a price to close above it before I can go for a buy position. And then the next pair we want to check is Euro USD. Same thing we actually saw on pounds USD. We can see it here. So let's put the fib retracement to the high and the low. On the EU side, EU is at 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level. These are the psychological level of the Fibonacci retracement. So let's see how price react to the 61.8. But if price break through that 61.8, it means that we are going to buy Euro USD next week to 1.10616. But if price remain below that 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level, so we are going to sell Euro US dollar next week. So, but my strong bias is to the downside on Euro US dollar, and this is my safe zone right here. If price remain below 1.09630, then I will be shorting Euro USD back to this area, and then probably back to this particular area right there, as you can see. So that is what I'm looking at on the Euro USD for price to reject at this particular area, and then we'll actually take our first profit at 0.8358 1.08351 or 1.07530. And then if price actually break above this price, then I'll be looking for a buy setup to here and then here. So you have those levels are very, very important for you to watch how price react to it before you actually sell or buy anything. But I will be looking for the 4-hour time frame that will close maybe in the London session on Monday to actually make my decision around the euro US dollar. So let's see how price react to that area. And the next one is the US dollar Swiss franc. So what I can see here is that price is creating something very, very funny here at a very solid support level. So what can we see here? Let's check. So I'm actually seeing a reversal at this particular area, probably if it work out next week. As you can see, this actually looks like something of head and shoulder, which can actually determine a reversal at that level. So the another thing I want to check is this chart pattern. As you can see here, here. So I will be buying USD Swiss franc from here. Then I'll be taking my profit at 0.89634 for the week. If it play out, if market price stay above this level, above 0.88275. So if price stay above this level, then I'll be looking for a buy setup on USD Swiss franc back to 0.89634. But the moment if price now go below 0.8100, that's when I'll be selling US dollar Swiss franc. It means that this particular pattern has been invalidated. Then we can now go for a short position back to 0.850. So watch how price reacts to 0.88267. So you need to watch how price reacts to this level before you make your decision on this. And another thing you can do here is for you to use a level here. So if price break through this level, then you are safe. Like if price break through this level and then probably create a retest, then you are safe to buy and take your profit at 0.8964. So the next pair I want to check is the SND USD. So as you can see, last week we have a very strong SND and then against US dollar too. So here, this is where I'll be looking for price to reject. I might not be even buying or selling SND USD next week. I would just want to see how price will react to this level. If price break this level, then I will buy to 0.62256. But if price reject, then I will sell back to this particular level. So let's see how price react on SND US dollar next week. AUD US dollar 2, I'll be looking for a sell setup in the AUD US dollar. So I'll be watching for how price react to 0.66049. If we have a rejection at this level, so I'll be willing to sell back to this level. Let's indicate that support level where price might actually rejects to. So if I see a fake breakout and a rejection here, then probably I will be selling back to this area or back to 0.64511. So it's important to actually look at how price reacts to these levels. These levels are very, very, very important for you guys to know. It's a very strong resistance level. So let's see how price react to it. And if we actually put a retracement to, it should be at any of those levels, either 50% level or 61.8 is at 50% Fibonacci retracement level, but but as you can see, 50% Fibonacci retracement level. So let's see how price reacts to this level next week. So my strong bias is to the downside on SND AUD US dollar. So my strong bias is to the downside on this particular pair. So let's see how price reacts to that particular area. And the next pair I want to check is the Canadian dollar JPY. This week we saw a push at this particular and a significant support level, which push card JPY back above 180,400. So let's see how price reacts here. But here, what I'm actually looking at on Monday for price to actually come down and retest this area, and probably we might find support here, and price might actually push back to 111,131. So I think that's what I'm looking at on Canadian dollar JPY for price to come and retest this level. Probably Monday and Tuesday, we might see price coming back to retest this level and subsequently reject back to the upside. So this is what I'm actually looking to happen next week. So probably Monday, I might not even take trade on this Monday, Tuesday, maybe on Wednesday. I might see this play out on Wednesday. But if price actually break out this area, then probably here we might be looking for another support here to push price back to this area. And if this level break, then I will not be the active participant to buy Canadian JPY. So I'll be looking for sell. If price break below 107,605, I'll actually be looking for sell at that particular area. So I won't be buying. And the next one we want to check is SND CHF. Yeah, I don't think I have something to even trade on this particular pair. So what I'll be looking for is for how price reacts to this level. So if price come back to retest this level, then I will be looking for a buy bias back to 0.54676. If you are the type that do trade as in the Swiss franc, and this is for you because I don't normally trade this pair. I just analyze, and then for those that would like to trade it, even pounds, Swiss franc, I don't normally trade it like that. So I only analyze it for those that actually would like to trade this particular pair, and then to take it. So here, what I'm expecting is for probably price to retest this area and then push to the upside, and the safe zone should be this area. If price move below this, I will not be looking to for a buy bias, you understand. But if price still stay above 1.10878, then you should be looking for a buy bias and then take your profit at 1.12171, which is the recent high there. And then checking at Euro AUD, checking the Euro AUD, this is obviously a buy setup, as you can see. So I'm actually looking for price to come back to retest it might actually create a fake breakout here, 1.65646. So I actually see a fake breakout, don't fold. I'm actually looking for price to come and retest this new high to clear this high and then come and retest 1.70480. Very simple. This is what I'm looking at on Euro Australian dollar. As we all know, we might have the weaker Australian dollar next week, and then this might actually support the motion, which we might have the Euro AUD bounce to the upside right there. So let's see how price reacts to this. But if it go below this area and close below it, then I will not be buying Euro AUD. So I'll be looking for another opportunity to buy because we are still in an uptrend. But if price actually come back here, that's when I will be willing to buy UAUD back to 1.70480. And I think the next pair we should look at before the last one is pounds Canadian dollar. So this pair is in an uptrend. So right now, I think we've seen a breakout of that of this pattern right here. So this is a straight buy for me with no argument. So you might actually see price come to play here and actually push to 1.73112, where the opposite effect actually comes in. So I'm buying pounds card next week. Yeah, this is what this is my analysis on pounds card next week. So I think the next pair the last pair I want to check is the Euro Canadian dollar. And this Euro Canadian dollar kicked us out of this position on Friday. We actually I think we buy from somewhere around here. Yeah, we buy from somewhere around there and then come to hit our stop loss. So I'm still in a buy bias though. That might just be a stop hunt. So as you can see, we still have price rejecting from the trend line here. So I'm still on buy bias, and then because the reason why I'm on buy bias because price still close above 1.48989, and if you're familiar with Euro Canadian dollar move, it will first come to your stop loss area and then before it actually move to your way. Sometimes it did that sometimes, and then what I'm actually looking at here is for price to come and retest this area and then move to 1.50376. So I think this is what but if you see price closing below this area or closing below 1.48989, just pend the buy position you have on Euro Canadian dollar. So guys, that's it on the weekly forex forecast. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and don't forget that the GU bot is still very active and is still making the profit we programmed it to make, and then I don't think we have any losing day at all. So it's actually close in a win, and this might actually looks like it might actually look like a lie though, but I always share the results in the Telegram group, and I always share the one I connected to Facebook so that we can track the records. I always share it on the Telegram channel. So if you are not in the Telegram channel, click the link in the description box and join our Telegram channel where I drop all these individual currency, where when I will enter and where I will actually exit. So let's trade together. Join the Telegram channel. And another thing is that there is a link to a verified broker in the description box. Click the link, join the verified broker with $5 minimum deposit. You understand? So that is it. Verify your account and start trading. So see you guys next week. Have a profitable trading week.